We are back live. We need to get fired up for freedom. We need to defend the Republic. We need to stay focused every day and realize this is a life and death situation. Not just for our own individual lives, but for the life of free humanity. Laura in Iowa, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hi, Alex. I've been listening to you for 15 years. No kidding.
Wow.
And, yeah, I've been listening to you since you first came out. And what I want to say is that why don't we separate, form our own colonies, join together, take America back, take what's ours back? Why are we going to just sit here and wait till the UN kicks in our door and hauls us off to a VMA camp?
Well, where are we going to start a colony? How are we going to fund the colony? How are we going to stop secret agents from coming in to our colony that's open and infiltrating it and committing crimes and blaming it on us? I mean, they are openly setting up the secret police model all over the Western world. They have secret police now grabbing U.S., Canadian, and British citizens and putting bags over their heads on TV to send the message of, we will snatch you, we will grab you. Those cops are being trained to snatch and grab, and then now openly take someone to a dungeon to be tortured and never seen again. They're actually promoting that on the news, and they've started the snatching and grabbing part, and they're telling us torture's good. So, I mean, I'm not trying to poo-poo your idea, and it's kind of like the Free State Project, people moving to New Hampshire. And I'm all for people forming little communities, but now they're harassing the Amish using environmental rules to try to take their kids and take their land. I mean, I agree with you. That's a logical thing to do. The problem is there's nowhere to go.
Wow. It just sickens me. I'm like you. I'm up at night. I'm pacing around. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of them stripping away our freedoms. I'm just tired of it.
Well, ma'am, we're going to win. We've got to educate people about who the globalists are and how their systems work and how they convert societies into tyrannies. And then we're going to wake people up. We're going to take back our Congress. They're going to try to stage terror attacks. They're going to launch new wars. But we've got to just realize their tricks, keep educating people about their tricks, and then bring them to justice. Because we don't have any other choice. It's going to have to be done. Anything else, Laura?
I just want to say that I highly respect you. I've been on your side for many years, and I've been on America's side even longer, and I just know that we will win in the end. And hang in there. Don't give up. I know you're discouraged because I can hear it sometimes in your voice. I get that way, too. But God bless America. Let's get her back.
Laura, thank you. You know, it's not that I'm discouraged. I'm intellectually pleased that we're gaining so much headway, but now I realize that the battle is joined and that the system is now taking our resistance serious. And I'm just every day more and more dumbfounded by how real this is. You want to think more of your fellow man and to just have everything we ever covered confirmed in triplicate. It's not a good feeling. I'm not happy I'm right. I wish I was a kook. I wish I was a conspiracy theorist. And I see people on the YouTube comment boards, and I see them on the InfoWars and Prison Planet. You know, I made a video Friday about the economic implosion that's happening and how it's by design. And it was emergency SOS, America being taken over by offshore banks. And I saw about half the people commenting going, oh, shut up, conspiracy theorists. None of this is happening. There's no problem. You're trash. You're scum. They don't even have self-preservation instincts. I mean, everything I said in that 15-minute video that's had over 100,000 views is on the record now. World government, the UN wanting to scrap the dollar for a global SDR, private banks ruling us. I mean, I live in a republic. I rule myself. I am the sovereign. My ancestors, like your ancestors, created this country. And it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than some offshore swindlers who call themselves banks, this criminal ruling class dominating me. I mean, I don't like being conquered. I mean, these people really openly are on the news saying, we'll arrest any citizens we want and we'll torture them. And they're paying private contractors to throw bags over people's heads and throw them in vans all over the world. On the news, and the news reports it like it's, well, the police are letting private contractors arrest people. And it shows someone with a bag being thrown over their head and being dragged into a car. That's being done to acclimate everyone, where cops and others just think it's normal. We're being lowered down into the acid right now. And it's going to make people wake up. But, I'm sitting there watching this war, this battle being joined, and I'm in the fight, but I'm also in like a general's perspective, looking at it, and I'm just like, why did this have to happen? And I see these masses of people who aren't awake, and I care about them. I love them. I want them to have freedom. I want them to control their own destiny. I want them to not be slaves, and they're laughing at me. And I don't even get angry at them. They're pathetic. It makes me feel sick. You ever seen somebody do something bad that you're friends with or somebody you know, and it's like an embarrassed feeling? You feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed. I guess overall, I just feel embarrassed how pathetic we are. But then I also know how great humans are, and the art, the literature, the bravery, the ingenuity. I just love humanity so much, and I know my children are part of humanity, and I want them to grow up and to have a good future, and I want my daughters to find good, loving, strong men who care about them and want to build them up. And I want my son to find a good woman to be his wife. And then I do think about, my God, I brought children into this world. But if I had to do it over again, I would, because I can't give up. But still, it freaks me out. I'm like, what in the world? Truth is so much stranger than fiction, as they say, and it's true. This is so bizarre. And it's all admitted. I mean, I knew in 1999 that they were putting microphones up everywhere with the NSA listening for keywords and recording it. I found the documents, found the reports. But it's in the news today. It's all over the news that, hey, guess what? Microphones have been put up to record you in malls and on the street and other places, and computers are going to be analyzing what you say. I mean, folks, they're admitting they ship in the drugs. They're admitting they run white slavery rings. They're admitting they got microphones listening to us. They're admitting they're arresting citizens and secretly detaining them and executing them before the law's even passed. I mean, this is bad. This is real bad. And see, in the past I thought, well, they haven't killed me. They have threatened me and other things, but because they don't want to underline and highlight everything I've said. But more than that, they just think so little of you that they think there's nothing you're going to do about it. Because you don't see yourselves as leaders. You don't see yourself in a role of standing up. You wouldn't know how to stand up, they think. Because you expect everything instantly, they think. They think that you're weak-minded and shallow and that they can do these things. Now, they're starting to shift. They're starting to see that we've got a good chance of defeating them if people get a winning spirit, if people get a winning attitude and have the facts. If we're determined, and they understand that I've got a lot of problems, but I am determined, and I've had a lot of success against the enemy, and they know that people see that as a model of future success, and so they are scared of us. Yeah, there's our story from, 4 years ago. Government industry to use computer microphones to spy on 150 million Americans. That's from prisonplanet.com, September 6, 2006. By the way, where did that come from? Google put out a stinking press release, and I got called a kook by several newspapers for having Paul Watson write an article about it. And then now today they come out and admit. I mean, do I have to explain to people that the government listening to you inside your house without a warrant is tyranny? I mean, just 4 years ago, Bush was strutting around on television at press conferences saying, I am not spying on the American people. These warrantless wiretaps are only for Al-Qaeda. And then, of course, it came out that there were hundreds of thousands of them, literally different mass wiretaps listening to tens of millions of Americans randomly, and that they had premeditatedly lied. Of course they did. Bush had that big you-know-what-eating grin on his face. He enjoys it. It's funny to him. Bush sees you as an animal. He's a psychopath. He sees you as a piece of meat. That's why he'll even wipe his glasses on Clinton's coat, or he'll be on Jay Leno or on other shows, and before the show, a woman walks by to adjust somebody else's makeup, and he'll grab their dress and clean his glasses, because you're seen as a piece of tissue paper. He blows his snot into it and throws it in the trash. In fact, they found it so quickly. There he is, cleaning his glasses on her.